Hello friends, this is Nima. Today we're going to make a card for Craft Roulette episode 256. The project is A7, that's a 5 by 7. The colors, hippie colors, element island, and the random is wood. So I'm going to work with, yes, you guessed that, a watercolor card in here. And in my card, I'm going to add some palm trees, stamp the palm trees, and I'm gonna have the ocean and then the sky, and colors like yellow, red, pink, purple, all those hippie colors. Um, and um, and then I'm gonna add a stamp, a sign with the um, message that it will be in wood. So that's my plan for this card. The first thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to define the horizon so I can do the sky in here. So all this part is going to be the sky. And I'm using for today one of my favorite brushes that I have. And this is a brush that holds a lot of water. So this is the brush. And this type of brushes, they hold a lot of water. So I'm going to start in here by getting all this area wet. I'm trying to get the card wet, but not too much. I'm going to use different shades of yellow, orange. I'm going to start with the yellow, bright yellow on this part. And then I'm going to go with a little bit of orange around. And then I'm going to leave this area in here that's going to be white. That's more like the sun coming down. I want all these colors to mix in here. And then I'm going to go with the blue. And for the blue, I'm mixing in here my colors. And then I'm going to start on the top with a very bright blue. And I didn't tape this card. Hopefully it doesn't warp that much. And I'm going to bring this blue down in here. But I'm also going to bring that blue inside of my colors. And what I'm doing is that I'm bringing it in, and I'm lifting the brush as I not coming back, pulling the color. I'm just leaving the color back in there. And I'm bringing and I know that the orange is going to start migrating a little bit in here. See if I can paint without So that's what I want the clouds to look like they're just going in. But to give it a little better effect of the cloud in here, what I'm doing is, what I'm gonna do now is that I'm gonna use bleed proof white, and I'm gonna bring this bleed proof white. Let me just do something in here. I'm gonna put something on there because I see how the water it's drifting that way, and that's something that I don't want. I'm actually gonna force it to go back down. I'd rather those colors to get in there. So let me just put something in the back. I'm gonna add this little cup in here. Yep, just bring it in here and in a little bit. And that's actually something important, because what I'm gonna do now is that I'm gonna add a little bit of this bleed proof white. And I'm gonna bring it as the clouds. Actually, I want to put a little bit of color. You can dye this. You can give it a little bit of color. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Because it's hippie colors, no? So why not to bring some clouds in here? And then I'm gonna drop a little more in here, just like they get that effect of going into. Right? And let's put a little more color. Just to have those clouds, and then later on I can add a little more color and more definition. But for now, that's something that I like. I have something that I like in here. So I'm gonna add a little bit of red in here. Maybe a little bit of purple, blue, more red. Just to make sure that my horizon is well defined in both sides. And I'm gonna dry this, and I'll come back to continue with the ocean. Okay, this is pretty much dry. So I'm switching this. I actually changed the paper that I have under. I'm peeling the tape to switch the tape to the above part, so I can do the ocean now. Okay? And for the ocean, I want the ocean to reflect a little bit of the colors from the sky, but also I want my ocean to be intense. I have and with watercolors, we always have to remember that the color that you're gonna get at the end is gonna be lighter. While I have this surface wet, I'm gonna pull away some of that color that I drop in here. I want the undertone of the blue, but I want to put some of the color so I can bring in the different shades, my red and my orange and the yellow. I got a little bit of the red in that corner in here, and then I have that yellow, intense yellow in here, and the orange that it is. And I gotta miss that portion in there, and then that orange that it is pretty much taking over. Oops, too much water in there. All right, that's why we have napkins in here. Bad mistake, we'll fix it. Let's bring the blue again. And it was going so cool. It's okay. These are opportunities. Now remember, I'm gonna have a black area in here, so I don't worry that much about that area. But I want to bring the orange, this rich orange in here. I need to be careful not to create a shadow, a shade that I don't want. So I'm adding a little bit of purple because purple and blue, they get along very well. And purple has red, and red and orange, they also get together really well. I'm adding a little more of blue, dark blue, my edges in here. Now I'm going to start adding these little marks on the water. And let's add more colors in here. As they're getting far away, they're gonna be a little more darker. Actually, I'm gonna add another shade of blue, a little darker. Um, on the top. And what I'm doing is that I'm going over and I'm lifting my brush as I get to the area where I have all the other tones. Right. And I'm gonna add now, let me get a smaller brush in here so I can add some details. It's because as it gets darker, it looks like purple. And as it gets to further away, then those lines, they're gonna become softer. I'm gonna have them in there, but they're gonna be softer, thinner. Than the ones that they show. And I'm trying to get them not straight and not even. So I can add also some in here as well, but then those they're gonna have the shade, the tone, the colors. Like the orangey red. I want them to look like part of the reflection. Just add some other shades, other colors. Alright, so that's my ocean. So I'm gonna dry this and I'll come back in a minute. So now that this is dry, I'm thinking that I can add like a little more of if the water effect in here. Like with this brush in here that is very thin, I'm gonna pull some of the color just so I can define those more like the water ripples. And you can see how it's pulling the color. All right, not too much, just some detail, especially on this side, because that side there are going to be a lot of palm trees and things like that. All right. helps to define that the water a little better. All right, let's give it a little bit of a color in here. Kind of don't like the way that this is so defined in there. Right. Just breaking that line so it's not that visible like that. Those so straight, you know. Okay. Right. So let's remove this tape from here. Do it carefully. Oh. There is a little bit of a line in there. That's actually an opportunity to create another island. Let's do that right away. All right. Okay. It's better. Let's make this straight in here. All right, and maybe like that. And now we have another island in there. Just since the water still, I mean the black still a little wet in there, I think it's a good opportunity to add a little bit of that glow in orange. Some in here. Okay. And maybe a little bit of the yellow. Okay. Now I have to let it dry a little bit. And when it's dry, I'm gonna finish the right side. Okay, I think this is dry enough. Yeah, I can do my stamping. Let's try. Let's try. And I'm gonna bring palm trees in here, but I also want to bring this one. So here's my card. Let me just give you a close-up of the card, the way that I've ended up in. Let's check that we have everything. The project it's an A7, 5x7. The colors, hippie colors, the yellow, the red, the blues, bright colors. The element, an island. This is kind of, this is an island in here, and this could be an island from Puerto Rico, my island. Random is the wood, the fence that I put around, plus the palm trees. It's the type of wood. I hope you like it, and I'll see you next Friday when I'm gonna be making another card for Craft Roulette. And don't forget that Craft Roulette goes on every Friday, 7 p.m. and you can get the chance to make a card also and to win some prizes.